State Cyclones. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see, the Ohio Bobcats taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Cyclones will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Bobcats offense will take the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. On the ground with the counter. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
He'll pull it on the read. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, the design QB run is now a staple play in college football, and it's because they get more blockers involved. And when you got athletes like this playing the quarterback position, it's a no-brainer. Just let him go do work. You saw on that.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Bobcats are moving quickly down the field. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Fires left. It's caught downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Bobcats getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the extra point was good.
Ohio 7, Iowa State 0.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. From the shotgun, the inside give. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
That didn't bust for longer, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Give to the fullback. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And this fullback, he's a part of the running attack. He's not just going to be tailbacks carrying the football. The fullback, he can do some work as well running between the tackles. He showed you there.
Went to the running game on first down, now second down. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Got it past the marker. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. He's going to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Going to try to get it himself. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Cyclones have moved it inside the 20. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Going with the ground game left. And he's out of bounds just short of the goal line, but are they ever in business now?
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Cyclones trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And in that situation on the 1 yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Get set, get set.
Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And right down the middle. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Number 17.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He leaves it with his back. Got room at the 35. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Right back to the well. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He'll keep it himself. Runs through a tackle. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Bobcats have their offense in high gear. Defense not showing press coverage. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they've got on second down. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He's got an open man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with the lone back. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They'll try the toss to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. And it's right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? They're trailing by just 4 to Old Dominion. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Handoff to the fullback. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
Man, fullbacks don't get too many carries. When you get them, you got to make it count. You can't do that. You can't put the football on the ground.
Line gets set, first down. Leaves it with the running back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Bobcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bobcats. He'll try to tack on one more.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is a type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
That's caught. It's McMahon. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Got his man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
He's going to run it. At the 45 on its way. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Looking toward the sideline, and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide. dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Pocket starts to collapse. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
The Bobcats will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out quickly. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Now on 2nd down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ohio. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Makes the grab. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Buys a little time. He's going to take off. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Ames. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride.
And the Bobcats will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to pass it on second down. He finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Jet sweep to the receiver. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Hands it off. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Finds the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
From the gun on third down. Unloads to the right. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He'll do it himself. The discard, and he's running free. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
Off play action. They get to him as he throws. Working the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Bobcats are flying down the field. They'll go to the counter. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. The give to the back. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability to stop the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Might be looking to run. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
Great job rallying the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
It's good. And they go back on top. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Ball State is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 27 to Ohio State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They think there's room to run to the right here. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score. Iowa State 31, Ohio 27.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Little touch pass to the receiver. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. He now has 80 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll pull it down. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd.
Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Running back goes in motion. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Breaks the tackle. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They're trying to get to it. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And they have converted their first 2 3rd down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, at this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out.
Touchdown, Bobcats! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
To the ground with the back. At the 40, there he goes. He showed it all there. A little looseness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
The Cyclones are on the move. Movement here from the tight end. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Cyclones will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good thing.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The Cyclones looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quarterback adapting. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And we're all tied up here in the waiting moments. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. And the Bobcats send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And the returner will be brought down. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
Yeah, and you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be precise. You know exactly what your favorite plays are, Palmer. Go down the field, get me in field goal range.
And it comes down to the awareness, right? Especially at the quarterback position. You're understanding the timeout situation, working the boundary in the sideline. What's the clock showing me? It all comes down to this.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback checking the play. The run to the left. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. And the Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And this field goal would be etched in the memory of their fans forever if he could knock it through from here. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Here's the handoff. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
He's brought down at the 21-yard line.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Throws to the wideout. He just about had the pick of what a play that would have been in overtime, but it brings up 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
37, Iowa State, 34.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's 1st down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He got it in. A walk-off touchdown in overtime. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away. But it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here. We're bouncing around. We're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, Dave.